Hey guys, Hitman89 here, and welcome to my honest review on Just Cause 4. First of all, and before we get started, special thanks to Square Enix who provided me with a code so I can review the game and bring you this video right on time. And if you're new to the series, Just Cause 4 is an open world, sandbox, action-adventure game developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Square Enix. It came out on December 4th on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. You play as Rico Rodriguez. Okay, I'm gonna stop with a shit accent, but yeah, Rico's gone rogue from the agency, and this time the game takes place in Solis, a fictional South American country where Rico went to uncover the truth behind his father's death. And now that we're done with the introduction, we're gonna start this review with the graphics. In my opinion, the most important thing is performance, because what's the point of having great graphics, great sound effects, deep gameplay elements if the game is unplayable, right? So, optimization wise, Just Cause 4 is way better than the previous one, that's for sure. I mean, it's still not perfect, but with these settings, I was able to get 60 FPS most of the time. And from what I've seen, the game seems to run somewhat properly on Xbox One and PS4 as well. And I'm not talking about the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, I'm talking about the regular ones. There are still some frame drops here and there, especially when there are many explosions and some extreme physics related stuff, but all around, performance wise, it's still a lot better than the previous games. This is what the game looks like when it's maxed out, and this is what it looks like when it's on the lowest settings. So if you're on PC, I recommend that you experiment a little bit until you find that sweet spot, where the game looks decent and runs smooth. And since we're talking about the graphics, the explosions and weather effects look amazing, but some stuff like the water, the cars, they look way below average. And you'll also notice a lot of pop-in, especially when it comes to the vegetation and vehicles. And the cutscenes, they're low quality, let's say it, probably because it's pre-rendered and heavily compressed. The animations are good though, and for an explosive open world game, Just Cause 4's graphics aren't bad at all. That's why I'm gonna give them a 6.5 out of 10. And we're gonna move on to the sound. I like the soundtrack, and radio stations aren't bad at all either. It's mostly Spanish songs, obviously, even though I heard a Brazilian song too, but I don't think it's as good as Just Cause 3's soundtrack. And the sound effects are good too, but the NPCs don't always sound good. I mean, sometimes they sound way too dumb, maybe it's because they are, I don't know, but I feel like they're limited to a maximum of 2 words per sentence. I'll let you listen to the sound effects and music for 15 seconds before we talk about the voice acting. The voice acting isn't bad at all. Rico, his buddies, and even random NPCs say some funny shit every now and then. And by the way, for those of you who care about this, Just Cause 4 is available in 8 languages, or actually 9 if you count Spanish and Latin American Spanish as 2 different languages. So I tried Arabic, and if there are any Arabs watching, you have to know that it's the Syrian dialect, so everyone sounds like shu, muma'ul. And I also tried French and Italian, apart from English obviously, and I have to say that the voice actors did a good job. Even the radio talk shows are dubbed, and this is a very important thing, by the way, because most games started only offering English audio, and that sucks for non-English speakers. But anyways, I'm gonna give the sound an 8.5 out of 10, and I'll let you listen to some dialogues, and then we'll talk about the gameplay.
We're bringing up the launchers?
See, and we fired them off. Then no more missiles.
I like it.
Now before we talk about the gameplay in depth, let's start with what's new on Just Cause 4. There are 4 biomes now: rainforest, grasslands, desert, and alpine. Each biome features its own extreme weather effects like thunderstorms, tornadoes, blizzards, and sandstorms. And it's not just a visual thing, because these extreme weather conditions are a complete game changer. They affect the gameplay heavily, and they force you to adapt your playstyle to them. There are also new vehicles, and Rico will have his trademark parachute, wingsuit, and now a fully customizable grapple hook. And by the way, blowing shit up and exploring all the new grappling hook possibilities is extremely fun. Another thing that I like about the game is that when you start it, it loads for like 30 seconds, and then when you're on the main menu, your game is ready to be played. You see it in the background, and as soon as you press continue, you find yourself in the game. I like that. Also, when there is a loading screen before a mission, it only takes a couple of seconds, so it didn't bother me at all. And by the way, the lack of realism almost everywhere in the game is meant to give you an enjoyable experience, and it works. On Just Cause, fun always comes first, so you can't die in one shot. I mean, even if you fell from the sky and did the perfect faceplant, you would still have a tiny bit of health left, and they probably made it this way so you won't die almost every single time you use the wingsuit and take a tree to the face. Now let's talk a little bit about the bad stuff. There is still no multiplayer, which is a shame. I mean, even a 2-player co-op mode would have been amazing, but whatever. The second thing that I didn't like is that there is a lot of repetitiveness in missions. Hack a console, transfer data, and stay there for a minute or two until the transfer is over, and don't let the waves of enemies either kill you or destroy destroy whatever device you're hacking. That's the kind of stuff you'll see a lot in Just Cause 4's missions. Back to the good stuff now, and since I reviewed the game on PC, I was able to try it with a controller and with a keyboard and mouse combo, and I have to say it's perfectly playable with both, even though you might want to customize the key bindings a little bit just to have the best experience if you go with the keyboard and mouse. Oh, and one more thing that I like about the game is that there are some special weapons and vehicles that you unlock later on during the game, and they make it even more fun. So the gameplay is gonna get a 9 out of 10. Now when it comes to Just Cause 4's replayability, I honestly don't see a lot of people, starting over and doing the main missions again after having finished the game. On the other hand though, I can see myself coming back to Just Cause 4's world every now and then to have some fun, so I'm gonna give the replayability a 6 out of 10. Moving on to the fun factor, and if you prefer fun to realism, then this game was made for you. I mean, I play some games for their realism, and I play some other ones like Just Cause 4 just to have fun all the time without having to solve puzzles or think too much. Just blow shit up and terrorize the local population with your grappling hook experimentations, aka BDSM fetish. I mean, the first time I played the game, I did the first mission, then I forgot about the story for like 3 or 4 hours. I was way too busy having fun with the physics. So I'm gonna give the fun factor a 9.5 out of 10. Now when it comes to the value for money, $60 for Just Cause 4 would have been perfect if it had multiplayer, but if you're a fan of the series, I'm sure you'll get it day one unless you're on a tight budget. I mean, for the countless hours you'll spend in Solis and for all the fun you're gonna be having, I think the game is definitely worth it. So I'm gonna give the value for money a 9 out of 10. Whether you're a fan of the Just Cause series or whether you're completely new to it, if you like to have fun in a huge sandbox game that doesn't take itself too seriously, then this game is definitely for you. So I'm gonna give Just Cause 4 an 8 out of 10. That's gonna be it for this review. Thanks for watching, appreciate it a lot. Don't forget to like it if you found it useful, and also check out my other vids, see if you like them, and obviously if you like them, please subscribe. It's been Hitman89, see you guys very soon.
X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the non-stop